What is going on? Welcome. How you guys doing? Welcome
Fuck you, Cam.
to welcome to Nonsensical Nonsense. Cameron, you are really going for the over there. Over or under 2 minutes. But welcome to the show, guys. How's it going, Joe? I'm Glick, as always. Got Jeffrey, hailing from the largest city in the world, one of the number one largest city in the world, Mexico. It's looking like he's sitting in a dark room. Apparently, he's been.
I know. I'm sitting outside. That's the worst part.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, you guys are having a good week so far. It is Wednesday, so you know we're in your ear holes or whatever you have to listen to this. But if you're joining us live, we're in your ear holes, we're in your eye holes. We're in your holes, and you're going to enjoy it. Tigers, what is going on, Stranger Danger? How you been, man? I think Tigers got by the old Haps update.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Like me.
I'll make sure I was following them. I said hi, Cameron. Calm down. Jesus Christ. This motherfucker all of a sudden thinking he's part of the show. Like I gotta take a time out of my intro and properly say
Even I know
hello
you
to
shut the
Cameron.
fuck up during the intro.
Yeah. My bad. Hold on. Let me stop the show, everybody. Hello, Cameron. Welcome to the show, Cameron. I hope you're having a good day.
Stop everything. Cam's in the fucking comments.
Yeah.
Calm down. Jeez.
I hope that was a proper hello there, Cameron. Anyways, as I was saying, welcome to the show, guys. If you're not already, Feel free to check us out on social media. Go give us some love on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. All at Nonsensical Nonsense. Also, feel free to check us out live every Wednesday and Saturday night on Haps, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. So make sure you follow us there. And you can get every single episode of the podcast on Anchor, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify for all your listening pleasures. Minus all the distractions and there's been a couple episodes lately that have been kind of shit-tastic. But if you can hang tight through all the terrible background noise and the distractions and everything else, and co-hosts not showing up, somewhere in there is a good podcast. Somewhere in there is a good podcast. I promise you guys that.
Well, we have had some really amazing episodes and some really fucking dumpster fires, but more amazing than dumpster fire.
Yes, well, we might be counting our chickens before they hatch. They're saying that, but what up with those?
You can also email us at nonsensicalnonsensepodcast@gmail.com, by the way.
Mark, you've been coming back for how long now? Since the Periscope days? Mark might be the longest and loyalist.
There you go. We're gonna get you a T-shirt, sir.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Connor messaged the other day and asked where his SDM panties were.
Yeah, we gotta figure out where to get those made.
I said, well,
run to Walmart, get some tidy whities and some spray paint.
Just spray paint.
Or a Sharpie.
Oh hell, the mighty Glick. We Glicksters are not worthy. Yes, bow down to your almighty and powerful God, that I am. He is I, and I am him. Some days.
Oh, it's been a week so
that,
far. Let me tell you.
That is about as far as religion as we go.
No kidding.
The Church of Glick, and his mass follower.
Yeah, not quite a cult, but
It's we're
like just one guy going, "Why am I following this retard again?"
Yeah. We're in the beginning stages. Not all cults started out Jonestown like. You got to start somewhere. Not all. The Mormon cult didn't start out with 10,000 people.
Exactly. Well, by the way, I did see the post on the page, on the Facebook page, with the ammunition in the dude's rectum, and I gotta say, not what I pictured, but holy fuck.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if it was I don't know if that was the exact bullet that they pulled out of his asshole. But how's it going, Bear?
Nice.
But it was what came out of his ass. Was that type of round.
Okay, so it's not the exact one. It's just the...
I don't know if it was the exact one. I'm just not going to put it out there that it was the exact one. I don't like to put out false narratives. Yeah, I don't like to put out false narratives like some people on this podcast. I actually like to have some kind of fact behind what I say.
Listen to the last episode. Listen to the December 4th episode.
Who's pulling what?
Leggy lady.
Was it Saturday night?
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, how's it going? A gentleman over in your part of the woods decided that he accidentally fell on a anti-tank round, and it went right up his butthole.
Yeah.
About 6.5, 7 inches long.
Ammo room? I'll never know.
About 6.5 inches long and about 2.5 to 3 inches wide around girth. But it's on the Facebook page at Nonsensical Nonsense. I gotta get better.
It's like an arm.
I gotta get better about certain news stories and articles that we talk about, posting videos and pictures onto social media, because as I said, I'm catching up on the episodes, and I was just finishing up one yesterday morning, I think, on my way into work, where we were talking about the chick from Brass Against or whatever, that rock star chick that pissed on that guy down in Florida. Yeah. And I never put the video up. I had the video. Now I just randomly have a video on my phone saved of some chick at a concert pissing on the dude. which is probably not the worst thing I have saved on my phone,
I
but
was gonna
still,
say.
it's there. It's definitely not the worst thing I've looked up. So,
Exactly. Yeah, I've looked up some interesting stuff, and not just for like my own
we
edification. Just my Google Assistant sits there and goes, "Really?"
yeah, that is definitely not my favorite
That
porn
smiled
category.
today.
Yeah, yeah. I was feeling a little timid today, so I looked up golden showers.
No, it was like I did that whole series on TikTok of things not look up on Google Assistant when your parents are around, and that it got old really fast because it kept running out of shit. But I'm sure my Google Assistant was like, "Damn, this dude's fucked up."
Yeah, we have actually, Cameron. To answer that, the news is usually the top 10 is usually right before break, and then we come back from our first break and go right into news. It's hard to squeeze news into the first hour, just because we come in and we ramble and we bullshit around, and then by
Right.
the time it's like, okay, let's do news, it's like, let me just blow through this top 10 real quick. Some cases I try to blow through the top 10 real quick. Saturday night was a different story because somebody wouldn't shut the fuck up, and it took me an hour and a half to go through a top 10
I was
list.
I was fucking hammered.
Yes, I know you
I had
were
every right to
four
be
and a,
too.
you were 4.5 Zimas deep, and you were drunk as hell.
All I know is I got off the podcast, and the next morning, the funniest thing happened. My brother-in-law, who was staying with us at the moment,
You woke up
and
naked beside your
no,
brother-in-law.
he he said to his sister, not my wife, his sister's also staying with me. He goes, Jeff's different when he's drunk. And she's like, what do you mean? Well, he's not an asshole like my aunt. Apparently, his aunt on uh, his stepdad's side, when she's drunk, she gets belligerent and and
Yeah.
and mean and aggressive. Where she's like, he's literally he's like, Jeff drank 8 beers and it was like nothing. I was like, well,
Yeah.
I was holding it together.
I wouldn't say it was
I held
nothing, and
my
I
own.
wouldn't say.
He says he just had to go to the bathroom a lot. That was it. He didn't call me an asshole once. I said,
I
no, I do
would.
that while I'm sober.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you were holding it together, and I wouldn't say it was nothing. Go ahead and feel free to listen to the replay.
Comparatively speaking, is what I mean. But yeah,
I know you were. So did you get laid that night?
yes, I did, sir.
Yeah, you're a damn liar. You know how I know you're lying?
No, how?
Because you answered it way too quick, and you looked away from
No,
the
no,
camera.
no, no, no. I got laid this morning too.
I didn't ask about this morning. I said that night
I got
because
laid.
that's
I've
what.
gotten laid every day since my birthday. Things are going really
Well,
good
I
at
mean,
this household,
it only counts
except
if
for my
there's more than
kid
one
over here
person
stealing.
involved.
My phone doesn't
I
count.
just got,
Fuck.
I just got, by your standards, I just got laid 15 minutes ago.
Me too. Ooh, that's a dirty thought. The fact that we
Yep.
both were doing the same thing before the podcast.
I was getting my cardio in, and then I decided to lay down in the hallway. Prop my foot up on the stove.
Yeah, just rock this out here.
Get this, get this done real quick.
It's scary
And,
how in sync we are because we think the same thing a lot of times. Like we did that TikTok. We both posted the exact same fucking TikTok almost within 2 minutes of each other,
yeah, I mean
completely
they were
unplanned. And
pretty
and
much being
I
posted.
guarantee you, anybody that sees the two of them back to back, are like, they fucking planned that. We didn't. I thought this is gonna be funny. I'm gonna fuck click up, watch this shit, and then the next thing you know, I get a notification. Of course, I just posted. Oh wait, this isn't. Oh shit. Chris and I posted the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Well, apparently now we also rub one out at the same time too.
It's good. It's good to know that our masturbation cycle
We're
is
in
in sync.
sync.
much like women who live in the same house, they get
Yeah,
their
their
cycle.
periods pick up.
Yeah. Now
Apparently we
we
rub
have
one out at the same time.
our
Oh,
masturbation.
that's
Just don't ever call me. I don't want to talk to you while you do it. If I ever answer my phone.
I would have been done about 45 minutes before, like I started, but then my mom started texting me, and I was like, "Yep, I'm done. Can't do
Yeah,
this
so,
now."
so you went for round 2 and 3.
I had to go back
I
to
get
round
it.
two. I literally
While
first
you were
round I was like,
texting your
"Yeah,
mom,
well, I'm done."
talking to
No,
your
I
mom
literally
really does it for you.
I just started to search stuff, and I was like, and I started getting texts from my mom, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing this tonight. I guess I'll do this
For,
later."
again, fortunately, that that drops into the bark.
Exactly. I was like, "Oh, well, so much for that." Because my mom texted me on Facebook Messenger. You know how you get that little circle pop up with pictures
Oh
of
yeah,
somebody's
yeah,
face? It's my mom's face, and I'm like, "Oh, that chick's good look." Oh man,
yeah.
I guess I'm done.
Ma. Mark wants to know if Juan gave you a reach around while he was giving you the old double thumbing for your
What?
birthday.
My
Yeah,
neighbor
no,
has a
that's a
badass Mercedes.
that's again that's one of those perks of not having any friends or family that ever talk to me because I don't have to worry about getting interrupted.
Well, as you received the broker's agreement, so did my mother.
Well, we're gonna leave your triangle and Potsy schemes off the
It's
podcast.
not a
This is
posse
neither the
scheme.
place.
Jesus
This
Christ.
is neither the place nor the time. It is, man. Listen here. When you're locked up in a Mexican prison doing the podcast,
I'm the only one. There's like 3 people that work for the company that live in Mexico. Total.
that's all right. Well, instant boner killer.
Oh,
Which one?
you have no idea. Oh, you're
That one?
just talking about with my mom popping up.
No,
Yeah,
Mark
it
asked
was, it
what's the
was
change.
literally like, yeah, I'm done.
Oh, that one
Can't
or
power
that one?
through that. I don't care who you are. You can't power through that.
Sure, you can.
Nope, nope, couldn't do it.
They do it in Alabama and West Virginia all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm in gay code. We don't play that game.
I beg to differ, sir.
There's some hick towns in Mexico, but this ain't one of them.
I don't really
I
know if
drove
you
through
call them.
coming down here, like real
I
fucking 4 houses considered a town. I was like, you guys are
yeah.
all related.
Sorry, DoorDash. No can do.
Yeah, how is that going, by the way?
Pretty good. I just sent me a message. Newark is really busy right now. Would you like to dash? No, motherfuckers.
No, I'm busy.
Me. No, it's actually, I mean, it's going pretty good. The problem that I have with it is once I get out there, it's like, oh, I'm just going to go out for 2 hours. Once I get
Yeah.
out there, then it's because
Much like the
you go.
podcast, 2 hours turns into 8 real fast.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because when you start to dash, you put in there, oh, I'm going to dash until 6 o'clock.
Right.
Start at 4, and then at 6, it automatically cuts you off, or where you end it. But then you can just restart again, or it'll ask you if you want to keep dashing, like if it's busy or whatever.
Right.
And then usually I'm like, yeah, I'll do another hour. Fuck it. And then like Saturday I went out. Yeah, Saturday I went out and I was just gonna go out for 2 hours, and I wound up going out for like 4 hours. But I mean, like I said, it's easy money.
It's either that or sit at
So.
home jerking off.
Yeah, there's that. But I mean, I figured it out, and what I've done so far, 3 deliveries is a full tank of gas. So, and normally when I go out, well, hello, pretty girl. Normally when I go out, I do anywhere between, yeah, I do anywhere from 6 to 10 deliveries. So,
Okay. Well, you got
I went out today before, like I came when I came into town after I got off work today. As soon as I got into town, I just turned it on, and I only had like 2, and I was like, screw this, I'm going home.
Right.
So I just came on home and whatnot, so I could get ready to do this, and then still I was like almost 6 o'clock, and I was just sitting down opening up my laptop and shit.
Well, last night, yesterday, my wife had the day off, so she's laying in bed, and I'm sitting here, I'm basically in the same position I am right now, working. And next thing I know, it's like 4:30, and I'm like, wow, I haven't eaten anything all day. And I looked over, and she's like, "Hey, there's food at the gate. Can you go get it?" And I was like, "Oh, do you want to talk about it sync?" I literally
Yeah.
got up going, "Wow, I'm hungry. Maybe we should order something." Hadn't said a word, and she's like, "There's food at the gate." I was like, "Cool."
Well,
But yeah, we got some fajitas and shit delivered. They were fucking awesome.
nice. Yeah, last night because I came home basically after work and changed my clothes and then went out for a couple. I think I went out for like maybe 3 hours, if that. And when I got
Right,
done, I hadn't eaten anything at all yesterday, so I was like, well, let me swing by Steak and Shake real quick and grab me something to eat.
right,
So I had a gift card for there, so I was like, sure, and I'll just go there. And they take a minute when you go through their drive-through because they cook everything when you order it. It's not like just
right.
sitting around like at McDonald's and whatever. So there was a car in front of me and they left, so I pulled up and the kid came to the window and he was like, "Wasn't there another car here?" I said, "Yeah, they just pulled out." He's like, "Oh, okay." So he brought me my food and then he handed me another bag and he was like, "They paid for their food, but since they left, it's yours now." I was like, "Oh shit!"
Sweet.
So
Oh
I had
shit,
like,
Chuck.
yeah,
Oh, take it.
I had like three three fucking burgers, like three different types of
Nice.
burgers, chicken fingers, and French fries. I was sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm about to tear all this food up.
Oh yeah.
I ate two of the burgers and the chicken fingers, and then started staring at the third one, going, "Oh, I'm not gonna be
Little
able to.
birdie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to put." So I waited a couple hours and then I ate the last one before I went to bed. But I was like, hell yeah! I'm not even the biggest fan of Steak and Shake, but I mean, I'll take two free
Free
sandwiches
food's
and
free
shit.
food.
Yeah.
It's like what was it? What day was it? It was Sunday.
Um,
Sunday. I don't work on Sunday, so uh, my wife called me and she says, "Hey, can you meet me at the mall? I want to pick up a few things." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." We got there, and her mom works in this in one of the store there. She does credit cards. She signs people up for credit
yeah.
cards, and we're walking around looking at different things, Christmas shopping, Christmas window shopping, kind of getting ideas,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
picked up a few things for that we needed and whatnot. And we were walking around. We're like, "Wow, I'm getting hungry. You getting hungry?" Yeah. So we went over to her mom. And was like, "Hey, what time are you done for lunch break?" She's like, "Here in about 10 minutes." Okay, okay, meet us at the meet us at the restaurant. We went to a sit down restaurant. Ordered food and the whole thing. They had an amazing fucking burger.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants, Mr. Sit Down Restaurant.
Well, it's the restaurant we went to. It's actually part of the store. They usually have a buffet,
Mm.
but because of COVID, they killed the buffet. And I was like, "Damn it, their buffet was awesome." Because it's a Mexican food buffet, so you get tacos and you get tortas and you get
Mexican
fucking
boobs.
what?
You said
Yeah,
Mexicans boobs.
buffet.
Boob
But
pay.
we sat there and then of course we messaged the kids like, "Haha, you guys are at home, we're eating." It was hilarious. They're like,
Summer
"Where's
said,
the
let's
bill?"
not talk about. Summer
I
said, let's
know.
not talk about food.
Why
Well,
not?
her medicine that she takes, she just had to. They upped the dosage, so she took it,
Ah,
and she's been throwing
gave
up
her a
most of the
nauseous.
day. Yeah, nauseous,
Nauseous.
nauseous.
What?
No, I
What's
can't
the
say
word
it.
for it? Nauseous.
Nauseous. Yeah, nauseous.
Yeah. Sorry, Summer. But yeah, it's been a hell of a week so far, and I got 2 more days.
I actually had to do work today. I don't know what I was going to do with myself. I had to go hang some whiteboards, and then I had to
Whatever happened to
go
the old
trace.
chalkboards? You remember chalkboards? What the fuck? It was like one year to the next. It went from chalkboard to whiteboard.
I don't. Yeah, in schools, but I mean, like in offices and stuff, they've always used whiteboards.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
what I'm
that's
talking
where I
about.
was. I was not like I'm in a classroom hanging up.
Oh
But even now, I know they don't use chalkboards anymore. Everything's all
whiteboard.
projected off of a laptop or a tablet or
Well, that too.
whatever.
Yeah,
These damn kids don't have books no more, man. In college, they're all walking around with tablets
yeah.
and fucking computers. I mean, I'm sure they still
Well,
have books, but
I'm still at the point where if I have a question about my computer, I ask my 5-year-old. I'm like, "Hey, Michelle, how do you fix this?" It's a couple
Uh,
buttons and a fix.
yeah, no, I don't. If I can't figure it out that it's not meant to be, I shouldn't be doing it. So,
Yeah. Like, I just
nope,
want
I
to
don't
look at
know.
porn.
I am not looking at porn on my laptop. I will not do that.
No,
That's the last thing I want to do. Is
I don't use my laptop for porn at all. That's what I have a
yeah,
phone for.
that's the last thing I want to do is get a virus on my damn laptop because I was
Oh, that
looking at
reminds me, I
porn. Or
got to pay my Norton for the year.
you're what?
Norton antivirus.
Uh,
It's like $20 for the year if I pay it in the next 6 days. So I'm gonna do it
yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah, Mark, that's what we have a lot of at the university. A lot of the classrooms all have digital touch screens. I mean, the teachers are on their laptop or on their tablets, and it's literally shooting up onto a projection screen
Right?
up in the front of the class, and he can do everything because it's all touch screen on the tablet or the laptop or whatever. That's pretty cool.
Have you seen these new phones that have a projector built in?
You can do that with pretty much any phone. There's apps for it.
Yeah, but none of them, one of I've tried if it's ever worked.
I had one that was pretty cool. The only problem was I just don't have a space big enough for it.
That's a nice segue into my movie of the week. I think you'll even like it.
Well, I
It's
have
got
yet to be impressed yet.
Well, the movie of the week is Cellular, with none other than Captain America himself, Chris Evans. They just put it up on Netflix. And I fucking love that movie.
That movie's
Jason
like 20 or
Statham.
25 years old.
Oh yeah, it's so hard to watch because Chris Evans is on this Nokia fucking second gen brick, and I can't remember the guy's name. They're walking on the pier, and he's like, "This is the greatest phone ever." He's
Yeah.
like, "I'm sending myself an email and videoing chicks at the same time."
What is going on, Mosh?
What is
Welcome,
Mosh?
welcome. Uh, I'm gonna
It's
need you to do. I'm gonna need you for your reviews or movies or TVs. They have to be no older than like 5 years.
That's not fair
you
because I watch a lot of old
you
movies.
you constantly brag about all these websites that you have to watch movies and stuff on,
I'm
and
still
I've
watching
used
some of
those.
my FTV.
And I used to use some of those sites, and I only watched new movies, new releases, new movies. I didn't go and look up 30-year
No,
old
this is
movies
on
that I
Netflix.
could.
Cellular is on Netflix. They just put it on Netflix.
Uh,
But there's certain parts where
what's going on,
the
Emmanuel?
funniest scene in the whole movie is when Jason Statham and Chris Evans are fighting, or Jason Statham is chasing uh, Chris Evans, and at one point they start fighting, and I literally, my wife and I are sitting there watching it. And Chris Evans falls to the ground, and I was like, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say, "I can do this all day, any second now."
No quiz game.
No quiz game.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Oh, they're talking about something else. But it's a decent movie. It was cute. Like I said, the hardest part about it is the fact that he's on a Nokia brick phone.
Nice. I think I did see that movie when it first came out.
Yeah. Well, the soundtrack is fucking amazing. It's got the main song played in it is Nina Simone's "Cinnamon," and I literally fucking downloaded that right away or set it up on my Spotify. But I also
Oh,
watched Euro Trip because I love that.
speaking of speaking of music,
Yeah.
I was uh, I was listening to music before the show, as I
Right.
normally do. Well, all these apps have like the year in review, the year recap.
Right.
Oh, really, Mush? I'll have to check that out sometime. I love quiz shows. I'm really good at it too. So, I will gladly come for
Oh yeah. Send me a link.
Emmanuel's. I will gladly come for Emmanuel's crown. That actually goes along with the top 10 list that I have tonight.
Excellent.
So, nice little unintentional segue there, Mosh. But I got my 2021 recap for my YouTube music.
Oh, okay.
It is basically like review the smart arse arse.
Arse.
I was trying to.
It's arse in English. The
Yeah,
Queen's English.
it's ass. Yeah. But so you'll never believe who dominated my 2021 year recap on YouTube Music.
I'm curious.
Blacktop Mojo.
Nice.
Blacktop Mojo made your year. You listened for more. I listened for 1,023 minutes.
Oh my God.
Energy Anthem. In 2021, you amped yourself up by jamming Where the Wind Blows over 48 times by Blacktop Mojo.
Wow.
When it was time to relax, you had Is This Love, Whitesnake cover by Blacktop Mojo. Listen to for over 77 minutes.
Isn't that like a 5-minute song? Chris, you need a new playlist.
And then I had there was one song by Smith and Myers that I listened to 13 times in 1 week. And then my playlist that I listened to was 80s and 90s hair bands. Because I used to listen to 80s and 90s hair bands when I was going live on TikTok.
Right. Yeah,
I would definitely be down, Bosh. I really enjoy.
No, that does sound interesting.
I have a lot of useless trivia in my head. Like usually I'll go to like B Dubs or someplace where they have like the trivia games. You know, you get like the little keyboard and they put it up on the TV and you can play, and like everybody in the bar's playing, or at B Dubs or whatever. I'll play along with that, and I usually do pretty well. But
for me, it would depend on the subject. Apparently, grammar is not my greatest skill.
Duly noted. Trust me.
Yeah. I literally start grammar classes on Friday.
It's my top 10.
Really?
Yeah. Bill, a lot of the emails I have to send have to sound professional and look professional, and I'm not getting yelled at, but I'm getting what's the word for it? It's constructively criticized at work. It's constructive criticism. They continue to tell me.
I was gonna say you want to try
to okay.
you want to try to spit that one out again.
It's constructive criticism, is what they keep telling me.
Speaking of the top 10, and trivia, actually tonight I have a top 25.
Oh shit!
So, if you're ready for that, let me go ahead.
I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get into that, because that sounds interesting.
My show, and I do everything, and I have a microphone. So here's my fucking top 10, you stupid pricks.
That's just like...
It's just like your opinion, man. It's not my opinion. These are fact-based top 10s. So I found this really cool website today because we were having internet issues at work today. So all of our work orders and everything like that come through our iPads. We have iPads at work. So my lead tech called me and he's like, "Are you having any problems with your internet or your Wi-Fi?" And I was like, "I did earlier today," but I said, "I don't think I'm having any problems as of right now." And he was like, "Well, don't leave your building." And I was like, "Okay, fair enough." He was like, "If something comes up or if you're in the middle of something, go ahead and finish it. Or if you have something to do," he's like, "But if not, just hang out at your building. That way, we can send work orders over and this, that, and the other thing if you're not currently having issues." So I took that time to show prep for tonight's show because I actually show prep.
I actually forgot what day it was until about 4:30, and I was like, "Oh," because you posted that we're going live tonight. I was like, "Shit, it's Wednesday."
Yeah. It's funny how I do that. I mean,
it's funny how fucking the week flies by.
It's not like it would kill somebody if he were to do it too, but I mean, it is what it is.
Once again, if I post that I'm going live, then it literally says I'm going live, not you.
No, it doesn't, because you could post on all of our social media, or you could share from our social media.
I'm
It's
not
a shared joint account.
Once again, I completely forgot. Plus, I was cooking when it did come in.
Jesus Christ, man! Anyways,
I
this
made
is a
badass spaghetti tonight. Holy shit, it was spicy.
it's a top 10 useless facts, but there's 25 of them here, and I want to read all 25 of them because I can just kind of breeze through them. You know, we don't got to spend a lot of time on them.
Understood.
And some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are like, huh, I didn't know that. Some of them are like, oh, well then.
Well,
But we'll start here all the way at the bottom. Number 25 is your hair contains traces of gold.
I'm no longer rich. I shaved my head. Fuck. How is that?
I don't know, Jeff. There's no
They don't
explanation
give
to these.
They don't give an explanation.
They're just stated, and I mean I can read people's comments because they have this website that I found is called the Top Tens. So they
Cool.
put out a list, and then you can vote on that list. They'll have a list of like 50, and then you can vote, and then when you vote, you can add a comment or whatever.
Okay.
So like, there's my hair contains no traces of gold. Thank you. Yay! I'm made out of precious metals. You know, and then just people's dumbass comments.
Trolls.
Number 24.
My beard is worth more than my hair.
Right, Bosh? I got hair too. My hair's all underneath. Yeah, Jeff knows how quick my hair grows. Yeah, I'm gonna let it grow out. I'm just gonna let it grow. I'll just see how long I can let it get before I get annoyed with it and shave my head again.
Yeah.
But number 25 or 24. Did you know? Do you know what a Komodo dragon is?
Oh yes.
Well, did you know that they have two penises?
Lucky them.
Now you do.
There you go.
And as the comments say, so they can have sex with two different ladies? I did not need to know
I
that.
was gonna say they can have both holes at once. See.
One of the other comments is
double penetration.
Yeah, one of the other comments is who would even try to discover that?
Yeah, I mean, how do you find that out? You're like, hey.
Hey, buddy. Number 23. Did you know banging your head against the wall burns 150 calories an hour?
Nice.
Number one comment under that. Yeah, the number one comment under that
Hey,
was.
Bob, we got a challenge for you.
Yeah, the number one comment under that was, "Who does this?"
What kind of moron? Because I don't want to know.
Number 22. All apes laugh when they are tickled. Who is the brave son of a bitch who decided to go tickle an ape?
Come here, I'm gonna tickle you.
Gucci, Gucci, goo. I'll go get you.
Big old
Bob?
paperback. Fuck you. Bob, we got a challenge. Challenges?
Bob, we have a new job for you. You're the official Nonsensical Nonsense ape tickler. Probably.
We'll get you a super truck, take you to the zoo, and go, Chris, go tickle that fucking silverback, dude. Then we'll take you over the gorilla, the kangaroos, and you can fight him. Okay.
You take me over to the gorilla or the ape exhibit at the zoo. They're just going to take me in as one of their own. You already know that.
Too.
I'm going to have them drinking Budweisers with me.
I'm like, Chris, we missed you. Come back. I'm like,
Mosh said, I worked with a fellow we called Two Dicks because he had to have two to be that much of a wanker.
Nice.
Number 21, conception occurs in December more often than any other month.
I can see that. It's colder.
This is only because of the fact. This is the number one comment. There's two comments on here. Number one is this is only because of the fact that Christmas and New Year's are the only holidays Ben can remember. And the second comment was, I hate December of 2017.
Nice.
That's that kid's name. December of 2017.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, this new website is gonna be where I pull all my top tens from, because I was skimming through, and there was like one that I almost did. It was like top 10 most useless people, and 1 through 5 were, it was number 1 were the Kardashians, and then it was Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, and it listed
Now that's
all
not
the
an opinion, that's
Kardashians. It was like the top 5 or 6 on the top 10 were all the Kardashians. But this website is awesome. I love it. Number 20. If you were to remove all of the empty space from the atoms that make up every human on Earth, the entire world population could fit into an apple. No,
Holy shit.
a sugar cube.
Holy shit. That's
Mm-hmm.
insane.
Wrap your head around that one. It's very true. It is very true, Mosh.
So, I need to start smoking weed because somebody who did just like did the math on that.
Number 19. Knock is the world's shortest horror story with only two sentences. It goes, the last man on Earth sat alone in a room. There was a knock at the door.
And he shit himself.
Yeah, the number one comment is, allow me to spoil this horror story for you. You see, it doesn't say that the man is in the story is the last person on Earth. It just says that he is the last man on Earth.
I was going to say
so
that.
it could be the last woman on Earth knocking on his door. Am I the only one here who thought this?
I did say it, so the women are still there. They just killed him.
Yeah. And still, it's kind of a creepy story. Last man on Earth sat alone in a room, and there was a knock at the door. Those two sentence scary stories are creepy as fuck, dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's actually, and because I know you can't read, there's actually a show on Netflix called 2 Second Scary Story, or 2 minute, or 2 sentence scary stories.
I haven't
It's
seen
like 30 episodes, and they're literally maybe 5 minutes apiece, if that.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll check that out. See if it's still-
And it'd probably be his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, right.
It's this ex-girl going, nobody's going to stop me now, motherfucker!
Yeah. Number 18. When a man raised a lion cub in the 60s, but then had to let it go when it got too big, he visited it later in life. When the lion saw him, he gave the man a hug. You see those
I've seen
videos
that
all
video.
the time. Yeah. You see those videos all the time. Really not that big of a useless fact, but, you know. Number 17. Only 55% of Americans know the sun is a star.
Who doesn't know that? I mean, seriously. I didn't pay much attention in school, but I knew that.
45% of the people on the planet don't know that, apparently. This goes back to kids thinking hot dogs and chicken nuggets are plants.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although, interesting fact about, speaking of facts, every time you eat a hot dog, it takes 5 minutes off your life.
I thought it was the... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I did hear that. Actually, they were talking about that a couple weeks ago on one of the radio shows I listened to.
Yeah, actually, the clip of it was on TikTok, and I saw that, and I was like, huh,
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to die tomorrow, because I love me some hot dogs, man.
What's going on, Stevie? Number 16. The average chocolate bar contains 8 insect legs.
That is true. I know that. It's it's there's a provision in the health code that allows up to that many, up to like 15
Hey, Lynn, what's going on?
per so many inches of chocolate, something like that. And I'm like, whoa, gross.
Happy Wednesday to you as well.
Yes, happy Wednesday.
Number 15 on the list. It is impossible to see with your eyes closed.
No
Obviously. One of the
Although
comments
I
is,
try
I can
all
still...
the time.
Yeah.
I tell my wife, she says, "Are you sleeping?" I said, "No, I'm checking for holes in my eyelids."
Wednesday is the best day of your life? Okay. Can we ask why? Obviously, somebody got really stoned, and there was a whole bunch of people that were stoned that voted for number 15.
Yeah, I was like, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. I'll be damned. Smoke more blunt.
Yes. Blood to more smoke, I must.
Yes.
Number 14, in the original version of Little Red Riding Hood, the wolf and Red Riding Hood eat Grandma together.
That's fucked up.
The comments. Red's a traitor. Red's a traitor and a cannibal. Cool. Who's next? Grabs a fork.
It doesn't say consume.
Oh,
It says eat.
yeah.
Dirty mind.
When that story was originally written, they were not. They were not.
And maybe maybe the
pre-birds.
wolf wasn't actually a wolf. Maybe it was a guys with the last name Wolf. So yeah.
Maybe
saying.
that sounds like
There
sounds like something you might have been watching
Plausibility.
before the show, before your mom interrupted.
I've seen this video.
Oh, excuse me. Did you know, Jeffrey? Number 13. Did you know? I don't know why you would know this or why you'd want to know this, but a coat hanger, if you straightened it out, it is 44 inches long.
I did not know that, but that is good to know.
Yeah. Also, did you know that a rat cannot vomit?
Huh. Did not know that. I do know a
And-
rat can eat from a tin can in 30 seconds.
I did know that because of my background. Hence the reason that in pest control and whatnot, you use poison to kill rats because they can't expel the poison out of their body.
Ah. Well, there you go. Well, yeah.
So
I guess
that I did know. That I did know just because I was the Orkin man. Da 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 da! Orkin man.
I know that doesn't sound like you need a fucking cape. Oh, speaking of capes, I got a
Not all heroes wear capes, Jeffrey.
Ryan Reynolds. I have a Ryan Reynolds quote. The next time your spouse or significant other is angry with you, come up behind them and put a towel on their back. And then you say, now you're super angry. And then, of course, you run.
Yeah, let me know how that works. You go ahead and you test that.
I
thing.
literally went downstairs and I told my wife, are you angry? She's like,
Yeah.
no. I said, say you're angry. She said, okay, I'm angry. And I grabbed a towel and I put it on her back and I said, now you're super angry. And then I
Yeah.
ran upstairs. So
Very true,
I
Edward.
ran like I
Edward
was being
Lynn.
chased by fucking Freddy Krueger.
Very true. Very, very, very true. Edward Lynn said Wednesday is the best day of their life, and I asked
I
why.
see that.
I cannot go back to yesterday, and I hope to be here tomorrow. So today is the best day of my life. It is also the present, and we are all presents. So enjoy the gift of life. That I had a guy that I used to work with years and years and years ago. That every day, at the end of the day, he said the same thing. Every day. And I would like to know if he was still alive or what he was doing now. We used to work together at OSU. He was an older black gentleman. And every day he would clock out and I'd say, Boozer, I'll see you tomorrow. And he said, Lord willing. And every day, the next morning he'd come in and he'd say, he gave me another day. And I was a kid back then and I was like, this crazy old fucker. I don't know what the hell he's talking
And now
about.
you're older going,
yeah.
this motherfucker's got a fucking point.
Mm-hmm. Now that I'm in my 40s, I'm like, this guy was spitting fire, as the kids say
This guy had
these
knowledge.
days. Yeah,
This motherfucker should have been teaching at OSU.
yeah.
Philosophy and shit.
But number 11 on the list. In 1977, a 13-year-old child found a tooth growing out of his left foot.
Whoa.
Yeah, right?
Did it come from his right foot? He
I
probably
don't
stepped
know.
on it and went, look what's happening.
Or he got into a fight and he kicked somebody in the fucking teeth. And
Exactly.
got
Kick
it.
somebody's teeth in, and then needed an excuse. This is growing on my foot. Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, right? Oh yeah, I remember. Well, as I've stated many times on here, and I tell people in general in life, two of my favorite people growing up were my grandfathers. I loved to sit and talk to them. And when I lived in Charleston, when I worked for Orkin, I took care of downtown Charleston. Um, all those houses, all those beautiful 200-plus-year-old houses and stuff. And some of the people that lived in those houses, they were passed down through the generations. Like they were the only family to own that house from the time it was
Right.
built. And man, I will sit for hours and hours and listen to stories from older people and talk to
Yeah.
older people. Like that kind of, once all this COVID shit is all said and done, one of the charities that I think I want to get started. I don't want to go too much into detail with it, but I just got to get rid of all this COVID shit so I can actually do it. But it's going to involve me sitting and talking and hanging out with older people and people that may not have family and yeah, sitting with the undead. Is that what you said?
No, but well, my mom, when I was like, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, something like that. My mom worked as a second job. My mom's an RN, and she worked in a nursing home
Yeah,
at third shift. And we'd have a guy. He'd come out every night, and he'd just be awake. And I'd occasionally go, and I'd sit there and watch TV all night. And
yeah.
and when he would wake up, he'd come out and get a cigarette, and we'd sit there and chat the rest of the night. And my mom would come by, is he bothering you? And we'd both look up and go, no, we're good.
Yeah. Nope. No, that
Yeah,
that's what Boozer used to say every morning. When I would say good morning, I'd say good morning, Boozer, and he said it is good morning. The Lord gave me another day. And as a kid, when I was 23, 24, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Are you dying? Do we not know something? But
my great grandfather
yeah.
was a hoot. This
My-
dude
yeah, my-
was 90 years old, and he could tell you where he had a 102-acre property. And he could tell you, if you go back over here, now, I've been there in about 10 years, but there should be a shovel over here and behind this, and people can go out there and, 5 acres away from where he is, and that fucking shovel
you
would
ain't
be
wrong,
there.
Edward Litt. Yeah.
It blew my mind.
Oh
Like,
well.
he had- his property was a beautiful junkyard, basically.
I never.
I mean, it's just
I never. I only knew one of my great grandparents, and it was my great grandma, my dad's grandma. One of the funniest things, and I'll never forget it. We was over there one day, and I don't know what because we would when we were younger. I remember going over there quite a bit, and seeing her, and she lived right. The railroad tracks was right in their backyard, and we used to go play on the railroad tracks and blah blah blah. And my dad cursed. My dad cursed. A grown ass man cursed in front of her. And open palm, she smacked the taste out of his mouth.
Oh no!
For
It was the
curse.
funniest thing to watch my dad. My dad, who when it was just like I used to work with my dad, and in front of buddies and other guys, curse like a sailor, smoke like a chimney, but you get around his mother, holy shit! He would literally like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and he'd go out behind the house and smoke. I'm like, dude, you're like 50.
Yeah.
He's like, no, she'll get upset. I'm like, and I'm there standing next to him smoking a cigarette going, you think?
Yeah, you're right. Probably.
I used to stand on
But,
grandma's porch and smoke cigarettes. She
yeah.
didn't care. But if he did it, oh man, she'd have a terror.
Mm-hmm.
I used to stay she'd make breakfast.
Yeah. Squirrel. So, anyways,
Yeah.
back to the list. We got a. Didn't make the list, but it was thrown in here.
Okay.
It's possible to turn peanut butter into diamonds. I don't
I've
know about
seen
you,
that. You
but
take
I'm
a
about
piece
to go
of
buy
coal,
a
I know.
shit ton of.
You take a piece
I'm
of
gonna.
coal and somehow you put it in peanut butter and it becomes a diamond. I don't know
Yeah.
how true it is. I've seen TikToks about it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're rolling into the top 10 here. We got the top 10 for the top useless facts. We're finally into the top 10. I'm with you there, Mosh. My mom used to tell me when she was alive. She told me all the time. She said, I'm much larger than my mom. I'm much larger than pretty much everybody in my family, for that
Right.
matter. But she said, I don't care how big you get. or how strong you think you are, if I have to climb up on a kitchen table with a ball bat, I will still beat your ass.
I remember the
And
last
I
time my
never
mother
doubted
laid
that in my
hands on me.
mind.
I remember the last time my mother laid hands on me. I was 23 here in Cancun, and I said
Yeah,
something, and she hauled off and smacked me in front of God and
yeah.
everybody like it was nothing.
Well, hence the reason for our conversation last week or the week before when you called me childish for saying twat. And my mom's been dead for 10 years, 10 and
Right?
a half years. And I'm 40 years old, and I still don't like to. I still try not to use the C word, the see you next Tuesday, because
Right?
that was a trigger for my mom, man. And like I said, I seen her go after full size grown
It's a
ass
trigger for
men.
most women, though.
Yeah, full size grown ass men, and put them on the ground for saying that word. Not even necessarily directed towards
Right.
her, just saying it in general. Now, Lord have mercy if they said it to her and
Oh yeah.
directed it towards her. Then it was a whole nother ballgame. Then it was like, you better get right with whatever God you
Right.
believe in, because,
You better call Divas and make a reservation, boy.
yeah, right. But anyways, number 10 on this list. In 1937, two women wore shorts for the first time out in public and caused a car accident.
Nice. They must have been hot. Well, yeah,
I don't know who's the.
one of the biggest
I
inaccuracies in the movie Pearl Harbor is the fact that when they're in Hawaii and she's writing Ben Affleck's character, she's in a bikini.
Yeah. Well, one of the comments says, "I don't know who's to blame for this spectacle. The decadent, sexist traditionalism of the 1930s, or hormones."
A little bit of both.
Yeah, right. Number 9. Again, useless.
Useless facts.
Yeah. The mother, the original weapon of mass destruction. You,
You
sir,
ain't
are
just
correct.
kidding.
Facts, Jeffrey. Those are facts, Jeffrey.
That's a
I know
fact.
they elude you, but that's a fact, sir.
I can't fact check that. Google can't fact check that motherfucker.
That is a hill that he is the king of right there. He did not die on that hill.
No, but my mother beat me the shit off of it.
Yeah. Number 9. More people use blue toothbrushes than red ones.
Huh. Mine's orange.
Mine's actually blue. But blue's also my favorite color, so one of my favorite colors.
But
This is
I
something
bought a
that
variety pack, so I got the last one, so mine's orange.
Mosh is jotting these down. He's going to use them on his quiz show.
Joanne says hers is purple. There you go.
Hers is purple. My thingy is green. I mean,
We're the minority, Joe. I'm just gonna Chris think he's green.
number 8, and I feel like most people know this, but the disgusting four-legged feline creatures, their urine glows under a black light.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because it's
I know
because of
their
the
eyes
ammonia.
goes- Oh, okay, yeah.
It's because of the ammonia in it, which is what makes their urine smell so horribly bad.
Hell. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a documentary on Netflix called "Don't Fuck with Cats."
yeah, about that.
It's
Yeah,
supposed to be fucked up. I haven't watched it yet.
it's just internet sleuths. I mean, it's
Oh.
really not as bad as people made it out to be. I mean, it was a horrible situation which brought them together and brought them to do, but they made it to be more than what it really was. Number 7, 90% of forks have 4 prongs.
Okay.
Number one comment under that. This isn't true. 100% of forks have 4 prongs. If it doesn't have
Wrong.
four prongs, it's not a fork. It's a trident.
Yes, but a salad fork has 3. And it's called a salad fork.
It's called a trident.
That's not what they called it on Pretty Woman, which is where I learned that fact.
Are you talking about that horrible Julia Roberts movie?
Yes. She's literally she's going. She's like, I don't know what to do at dinner, and he's like, if it has 3 kinds, it's a salad fork. He's it, so. But yes, I agree with it.
No,
It does
salad
not.
fork has 4. We'll come back to that.
I will die on this hill.
We'll come back to that and see who's dying on the hill. We'll come
Oh,
back to
I'm
that.
looking it up.
We got
Go
six
ahead,
more.
go ahead.
We got 6 more spots. Number 6. Did you know, Jeffrey, that
Yeah.
most elephants weigh less than a blue whale's tongue?
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
that's interesting.
Blue whales must be massive creatures. I know they're big. I just didn't know they were
Well,
that big.
I know that when a blue, there was a meme before it was called a meme. There was a picture with subtext to it, and it said a blue whale when ejaculates like 78 gallons worth of sperm,
Yeah.
and you wonder why
Which
the
is why the sea
sea
is so salty.
Yeah.
Calm down there, Joe. The number one comment under that fact was, "This is so useful. I use this fact every day, and wonder why
Right?
people ignore me." But number 5, and again, I knew this one again because of my background. But only female mosquitoes bite.
Did you stop or did you go mute?
I didn't go mute. I'm still talking. Oh God, Jeff froze, and Jeff's gone. Okay, we'll see if he comes back. But anyways, number 5 is the only mosquito that bites is the female mosquito. Uh, this quote below it says, "Mosquitoes need blood for their eggs. That's just selfish. Mosquito equals selfish retard who bites innocent poor people just for their kids to grow up and get eaten by a froggy." Fair enough, sir. Let's don't know what's going on with Jeffrey. Did you know